can see it now with United. Like you can see that.
That switch.
It's not tactics, is it? How can Carrick come in? Woodgate, go on the Woody.
Go on, Woody.
Yes. It's Kevin, calling Kevin Bond. So like the enjoyment part of it sort of went. And then I'm going, what am I doing this for? I'm just doing it for money. Even when I'm not banging on his door, go on Wenger!
Would you bang on his door?
Oh yeah, when I spoke to him, yeah. But Arsenal, they will win the league. But if you look at their front four versus a past front four, you can't really.
Don't do it. Don't compare it. Don't compare it.
Rooney, Tevez, Ronaldo, Berbatov. Well, go on then, name me a better Man City. Well, Ireland. He's an unbelievable goal machine, but he's nothing on him for. And I'd said a joke about Rio, but he got the right up. Yeah, me and him had a little bit of a square up. In the nightclub in Manchester over it. Yeah, he didn't like it because he thought I sort of disrespected him. So I went, I'd just like to say thanks to Rio, nice little flick on.
Welcome to Clutch 9, powered by Betway. I'm Glenn Murray. Alongside me is Ginge, and today we've got a special guest, David Bentley.
Hey, come on, Bentley!
How are we?
I'm all right, you?
Yeah,
I see that you've come dressed like similar colours.
Just on the same wavelength, aren't we?
Is that what you're doing now? Is it sort of company code, is it? It's what it is.
Looking well.
The old uniform, yeah.
So what we're saying? How's things going? You're back on the scene.
Back on the scene, I know, with a big bang, you know.
Yeah, I know. What
it's never off the scene.
What happened between finishing playing?
Yeah.
And then I didn't hear much of you for a while, and then I seen you.
Pimpernel, you got to try and find me. It was a desert island, wasn't I?
Seen you dancing at Cheltenham and just back with a bang.
That's what it was. What was it? I'll tell you give you the long version. So, always been. Well, I come out of football and then I've got the restaurants and beach clubs and that down in Marbella. I moved down there for sort of 5 years.
Bet that was quiet.
Oh, that was quiet. 5 years I need to get out. Then I was like, I got out 4 stone. Like, got out there. They're still going strong. They're brilliant. And come back, got 4 kids, come back. So a lot of time, got businesses over here. Doing all that, but with the media stuff, people always tell me, get back into it, and I'm thinking, hold up a minute, okay, I ain't getting back into it, I'll get cancelled after 2 weeks. It's that thin white line, isn't it? Oh no, don't talk about white line!
I ain't giving him 2 weeks. I'm giving him half hour of the first show.
So with the way the industry is, isn't it, everyone's sort of touching the toes and being, you know what I mean, all that sort of being offended stuff, so I didn't fancy it. I never was on social media. And then, because I just didn't understand it really, I was like, why do I want people to know what I'm doing and what I'm getting up to? And I thought, Undercover.
Was that a bit because they was on you? Did you find it was on you when you was playing?
Yeah, were you on socials when you played?
No. So when I was playing, it was because it sort of just come in. And I was like, what's all this game like? And there was people like taking secret videos. So then I've become, and then I got lent on a few times. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like people acting as me, causing, people. So then I got up this barrier about doing it, and then last year, and it probably was a little bit of that Cheltenham and so on, but I did Bullard and Tubes' golf show, and there's one that we did. I think it was the third one or the second one I did, and it I don't know, they go viral and all this sort of game. But what happened is there was a huge response from young men that are sort of suffering.
Okay,
and I didn't realise. I knew nothing about it, and the sort of, you know, the mental health and all this. And I was getting so many people coming up to me in the street, talking to me about golf life. I put it on in the mornings, makes me feel better. And it's a bit like, I used to put on Only Fools and Horses. David Jason's birthday today. Go on, the boy.
Is it?
Go on, the boy. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
So, you know, when you just put clips on, make yourself feel better, like buzz off old clips. And I was thinking to myself, honestly,
everyone's got something like that, haven't they?
Yeah, we're talking loads of people coming up to me.
Really?
And I was like, hold up, this... And they're going...
What, as in boys who've been struggling and watching the videos and getting a laugh out of it?
Yeah, getting a laugh out of it. And
going,
we love what you're doing this and doing that. So it encouraged me and sort of give me a little bit of a buzz to sort of get on and do a little bit more,
Because you have got like a genuine good energy about you. Yeah. I understand why people relate to you.
Oh, thanks. Look at
Rochdale
legend. Don't worry about that.
There you go.
Go on to Rochdale.
It must have had an effect on him because that's the nicest thing he's ever said.
It?
No, but it is true though, isn't it?
No, it is. Infectious.
Yeah. And you spoke about the industry as it is.
Yeah.
And you say it how it is.
Yeah.
And that's refreshing.
And I think over the last year or two, and this is why the change, because a couple of the bigger companies have asked me to work for them and so on, and I just always looked at it. And whenever I did like little bits and bobs, it weren't me. You know what I mean? I couldn't be me. But these like podcasts and some of the shows now, because the YouTube's sort of taken over and sort of looking at doing one myself, and you just thinking, gives you that platform to be yourself, to say what you want, and be yourself without any judgment.
Give us an exclusive. What you think about doing?
Hey, don't worry about that. I ain't coming on here. Come on. Quaking in your boots. Come on. Bentley verse. So that there was a negative. I think there's been a negative energy within the sort of young men community, like for quite a long time, and I don't know. I just looked at it and thought, well, why not? So a lot of what I do now is sort of targeting sort of young men and them being able to have a laugh and banter. And I think it's good for men to have that, you know what I mean? Yeah. Not to take yourself too serious. And
to talk?
But to talk in the right way. I'm always the opposite. Not to talk like you're...
Not take the mask off.
Yeah,
you know, like
when
you go in a football club, that is quite common. That isn't it? You put the mask on, you go in, and you protect.
That's
yourself.
what I was going to say to you. Do you know when he was playing? And obviously we all know your band are playing against you, knowing you. Was you that when you was playing, or did you have to hold your liveliness in a little bit, or was you just?
Can't have a coffee after the school run.
That's genuine.
What time is it? That is genuine. Can't have a coffee after the school run. If I have a coffee
at midday, I'm like, little baby dinosaur trying to pick things up. A caffeine overload. But but when you cross the white line, I took it serious and all that. But always switched on, But it's young men nowadays, you know what I mean? You've got to be fit, you've got to be healthy, you've got to be successful, you've got to be this, that, the other. There's so many demands on them.
A lot of pressure.
There's a lot of pressure, especially on young men. And I don't know whether that's the angle, It's
just be yourself.
Just saying, if I can have a positive effect and have a laugh while I'm doing it and then be myself, then come on, let's have it.
Well, certainly are, though, I think, Ginger, from like an outside point of view.
What's that?
Like he's making that difference.
Oh, for sure. It's a massive thing now, isn't it? Especially in young men, not talking or whatever. We've talked about it on here before. Get someone like Ben, you can't help but have a good time around you.
Yeah. That's what it's about, though. When you're with your group of mates, and I think there's a lot of that, isn't there? But, people coming down on it in different sectors of society, coming down on sort of young men, having the banter. When we say banter, it means like you take the mick out of your mate.
But yourself as well.
All this being offended. I've got 4 children. I want them to grow up in where they, you know what I mean? Don't get offended. You get offended by saying on Monday and then waste your week like worrying about it. Who cares? And having a laugh. And I think that sort of breakdown in, I think it's good for young men. It makes them better people, makes them better husbands, better partners. I think it's much better. I think it's coming back. But that's the...
We all had to go through it.
That's a long night. Yeah, there you go.
You know, when we were young lads, going into a first team dressing room, we had to go through it.
Yeah.
Get used to it.
It was healthy.
Get battered.
I think it's healthy.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
That banter back
It's the making of you.
I used to love it. Going in. That was the main reason.
I can imagine you answered back.
Oh, yeah.
I used to get my head down.
There was an ex-player talking about being on the bus. I think it might have been John Joe Shelby saying, remember being on the bus and you was a young lad to go and make the teas, and he went, nah. Make the tea. I'll make your tea when you're a better player than me. He was about 16 at the time. I was at the front like that, behind the gaffer, me. I had ginger hair and all, so I was getting pelted.
Right. I'd have been all over you. Ron Weasley, go and get the coffees in.
I would be sinking down my seat like that. I'll leave me alone.
I was like that. I was terrified.
It didn't take me long to get into it, mind.
I can imagine you were like, lads, I'll make teas and salting them and stuff.
All that. So I was on the Arsenal bus. When I used to have to... It's all them Henri Bergkamp, Vieira.
And would you have to go up and down the bus?
Yeah, I used to have to be at the back of the bus making the coffees and teas. Come, boys, but I used to go, hey! And have to banter with it. But that was they were good times.
None of that anymore?
I don't know whether it's harsh, isn't it? Because you look at that, personalities within football, and I think that's something that attaches yourself to fans as well.
Yeah,
is that the fans want to see personality. It's not all about just the structure or the tactics of football. There's a lot more that you sort of inspires you, especially young kids.
Yeah.
And if you look at Jack Grealish, that's why he's got personality.
He seems normal.
He's got personality.
You go up to the street and speak to Jack, and he's one of us, like, do you know, or one of the fans. Do you know what I mean?
And you need that attachment because you're.
Ben, did you do the old YTS?
Yeah.
See, I'd loved that. The old whites, yes. I think since
get on this. I didn't get one.
Didn't get a white tee.
I got chopped at 16.
You won the white, did you?
Off you go. Broken hearted.
Yeah, I bet.
What were you doing? Yeah, you had
when plastering.
Did you?
Yeah.
I made a little slide.
Do you know what?
He's probably got a business.
Do you know what? I'm stretching the truth actually because I never actually got on the tools. I was just mixing. I couldn't get it off the board.
Yeah.
Just always on the floor.
It's like, mate, I'm going to be famous.
Yeah, so I went that route and then got back in after.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but you had a good route through, didn't you? That's what I was saying because obviously I'm from Rochdale.
Yeah, this threw me the greeting this morning.
So all my family, apart from me and my sister, are from Rochdale, and they grew up on the Grieve estate. And then my dad had, my mum and dad, they're both from there. They're all still up there. Season ticket holders at Rochdale, so they love you. So that's why when I see it, I'm like, I'm not going to be Murray. He scored 25 goals.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah. Cash player. Don't worry about that. Yeah, Rochdale have had a few decent players. That's what I'm saying.
Well, they've got to survive.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, move them on.
Going back to what you were saying about like personalities and that.
Yeah.
There's less space in the game for characters, though, isn't there, these days?
Well, I think it's a judgmental element, isn't it? It's a society accepting it as well, sort of being plugged and told that certain things are not acceptable. You've got to be allowed to enjoy yourself. It's much nicer, isn't it, when you see someone enjoying it, as long as you take it serious. I always said when you cross the white line, you do what you got to do, but the rest of the time you sort of enjoy yourself. Try not to take it too far. Potentially, at times I might have done that, but yeah, you want that personality, even in interviews and when they're sort of talking, you want that to come out. But a lot of them are
quite robotic,
guarded,
it's
restricted.
It's like robotic sometimes, isn't it? And you see them after games.
It's easier to get it out now though with socials. It's easier to show who you are than back in the day.
Yeah, I think hopefully there's a little bit of a shift in the market. I've noticed it over the last sort of 18 months, but hopefully, that can come sort of more into sort of the game and society, because I think that'll just help people. It's more enjoyable, isn't it? When you see people not turning up to football matches or not putting it on the TV, and then kids, and you got to think about the new generation. They've got to attach to personalities. Now you look at like my kids, if they're attaching to like a Jake Paul or a YouTuber this and YouTuber that, they're attaching to them because of their personalities.
Yeah,
it's not really what the product that they're offering. It's the personalities coming out and they're attaching to them and wanting to be like them and inspiring them. So you've got to allow that. You've got to allow that connection, because if you don't, football's on it'll go on a slippery slope.
And also, from a first team to a fan point of view, I feel as though that gap's grown on it.
Yeah. 100%.
Like I think back in the day we were more accessible.
Well, back in the day, I don't know the clubs you've been at, West Ham, you'd have open training sessions.
Yeah.
You'd go to the local schools and stuff like that and do chats. That's why it was more. There was more of a bond between the fans and the players. I don't think they don't do that no more, do they? Open sessions and go into the community and do their stuff in the community.
I think they sometimes have an open day, but it's at the stadium once, isn't it? It's not like
visits at Christmas or that.
Yeah, they definitely got to focus on that. Any club that has that connection with the fans, I think Liverpool they seem to hold that sort of down.
Yeah, they do. Well,
yeah, they do it well.
Right.
They sort of have that connection with the fans, and the fans are the paying customer. You got to.
I know, but we've gone away from what we are at, because ultimately, at the end of the day, football clubs are a representation of that local community.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're turned into kind of like organisations, for want of a better word.
100%. Yeah, you got to focus on that, and they got to do what they can, because I suppose like 99% of players all come from working class backgrounds anyway. So they've definitely got to focus on that and connect more so, and allow players to be free to do and say what they feel.
Tactics stifle you as well these days.
Oh, tactics are unbelievable.
Coaches.
Tactics.
How would you deal with the meetings nowadays? I think that's where I'd struggle the most.
Oh.
They have so many meetings, don't they? It was towards the end with me as well.
But you've got defensive coaches now, and you've got all sorts of set play coaches.
We did it with Wales, to be fair, and it worked a treat because we were ready to go, but unit meetings. You'd have a meeting before training, then you'd have a unit meeting, then you'd train, then you'd have a meeting about training after training, then you'd have...
More classroom based, isn't it?
Yeah, it was just mental by the end.
Yeah, I think that drains your core, that drains the spirit of who you are. And at the end of the day, when you go out there, it's about giving your all. You can see it now with United, like you can see that up.
Yeah, that switch.
It's not tactics, is it? How can Carrick come in? Woodgate, go on the Woody.
Go on, Woody.
Yes, my boy. But we call him Kevin Bond. Got his Puma Kings on and socks. He wears his Puma Kings and socks in bed.
Kevin Bond.
But he's like, what a legend he is, and he loves it. He loves football, and he's doing well. But they've gone in there, haven't they? After 2 or 3 days, it's not tactics.
Just
it's
got
not
the
meetings.
boys on side.
It's got the boys on site. It's out their talent. They're running more, their spirits higher, and it just showcases the fans are connected to it. And people leaning on football, isn't it? You know, you look at it, sports scientists come in and there's people just getting jobs for this, you know. You get all sorts of people involved in and around it.
There's a big influx now.
You look at games now, you'd have the first team bus turn up and there'd probably be two buses behind full of staff.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are these people doing?
Yeah. I think that breaks the togetherness.
Yeah, it might do. Yeah, you might be right. Yeah.
Of a squad.
Yeah.
What did we have back in the day? Probably 6 or 7. Starting like physio, a few physios.
Yeah, but because it was only 6 or 7, you knew them very well.
Yeah. You were sort of that.
So you had that trust.
Mm-hmm.
The physio room was the hub of the band as well.
Always.
Because the boys were having a strap in. One of
and it was always warm.
Because you'd have everyone, you'd have the injured boys you're trying to cheer up a bit. The boys would be getting the strap-ins, couple having rubs and all that. The banter in our dressing room at West Ham was unreal.
I used to like wake up, I'd get in early just so I could go.
Just get in there.
Yeah, get in there. People were like, he gets in early, he's professional. I said, no, I just want to get in the changing room, have the banter. I remember like Arsenal going in first, and you had like Parlour and Adams and Adams before.
They must have loved you.
Oh, I was buzzing. Yeah, it used to get me doing all sorts. Yeah, but I loved it. But like Adams coming in, I was been there, and he'd be Caprice. He was having a bit with Caprice, wasn't he? Can you remember Caprice?
Yeah, wow.
Go on, the FHM #1. And she was in there, but she was, you know, when you were.
What? She was in the training ground?
No, he didn't take it that far. It'd have been a proper legend if he'd have brought her in. Hey, our boys, have you warm up here? So he come in telling stories about, like, obviously having a bit with Caprice. I used to call him Horse as well. So he's like, have it with Caprice. Go on, son. But they're like stories. That's like, you know what I mean, inspiring you. And
we had one once. We had Georgie Cooper, a physio.
Yeah,
he's like my mate. He's West Ham physio at the time. We had a physio come in, younger lad, under George, and it was early on, and he was quite quiet, but it was quite raucous. You know, there was a lot of big characters in the dressing room. So we decided, first or second day, we strapped him to the bed. This physio, we strapped and literally taped head to toe to the bed.
What with white tape?
Yeah, white tape for the strappings and all that.
Strong there, I know.
I tell it as in
good luck getting out of that.
Just thinking that.
We left him there and just went out training. Just left him strapped to the bed.
Yeah. No, he's got to earn his place, hasn't he? So how'd he take it?
I think he was all right. Yeah,
that would wash today.
No chance. You couldn't do that now.
Oh no, you'd be done. You'd be done for things like that.
Right to HR.
But they are.
But that's where the banter was.
Hub.
He would have been in with the lads.
I loved it.
Then he was one of them.
Yeah.
That was like his.
Yeah, it was one of that like initiation thing. Yeah, loving it.
Going back quickly, Ben. Do you know just to the time when you finished at 29? What was the reasons for finishing so young?
Just not wired up right, really. No, 29. What I did.
Was it out in Russia?
I was at Tottenham. Yeah, no, but I went to West Ham.
Oh, yeah, of course you did.
I went on loan at West Ham about 3 years into being at Tottenham, just to go under Allardyce. After 4 or 5 games, did me knee. Condyle defect.
Did you?
Oh, mate. And then when I come back, I was trying to get back in and spent like a year out. And then, trying to get back in. And then I went on loan to certain places. And then it just started, I don't know, when you're playing, it's like a wave, isn't it? When you're on that wave, you know what I mean? We're scoring goals or whatever, not conceding it.
Trying not to.
You know what I mean? You just comes. It's like people say second nature, or it's something that you can't consciously think about. And then I just probably started overthinking it, and then I went back to Blackburn on loan as well. I sort of went and just found myself. Manager got sacked after 2 weeks. There was some incidents that happened where he did some weird things. It was Appleton, and then somebody else come in, and then just found yourself. Do you know where you just like,
never found that groove again?
Yeah. I couldn't get back on the wave, and went over to Russia. Had a great time over there, but like the experience, the culture, being part of it was totally different. But just couldn't get back on that wave. And then when it got to that point. Me being me went, no. I had offers and I just went.
Because that was probably the first bad part in your career, because you burst onto the scene.
Yeah, I was just on that wave.
And you were at the top.
Yeah, I couldn't explain it. Yeah, I was just on the wave, and then suddenly off it, and you're like, and and then you spent probably 3 years trying to get back on. And then I had my kids, and I had the businesses in Marbella, and I was looking at it, and I said, I'll go down there for 3 months and then just be with them. And then all of a sudden, that was it, yeah. Just I don't know where my brain was sort of wired up. Like
I think it's really brave to walk away from it when you're still capable. Because I think a lot of people probably think about it, but just go with it.
There was a part of me, it's whether I can articulate it very so much going on.
There was no ego thing in it, was there? Do you know, I think I found it a little. I left West Ham. It's going to sound a bit flash, which I'm certainly not. Not flash, but...
Oh, you're flash.
No, do you know what I mean? I still thought I could play top level, and then I'd stop for about 6 months. I'm thinking, why am I not getting any sniffs here, honestly? And you're thinking, and then you get a cup and you're like, oh no, I think I'm better than that. It's probably an ego thing, like you say.
But that's why you were where you were, because you always backed yourself as well.
I think you got to have that in you. But for me, it was so I had the kids, and then I was looking at it, and I didn't want to go back into the dressing room. I found myself a couple of times in not wanting to go in
the training.
Yeah,
did you?
No, for me, I've got to be wanting to.
For what reason? Because you couldn't produce what you once did.
No, it weren't footballing reasons. It was everything else that came with it. Yeah, there was a lot that.
Just like too much going on in there.
Yeah, too much going on.
Or did you not like?
Found myself in bad football clubs that weren't operating correctly. There was loads of bits going on. I was being used as sometimes a bit of a scapegoat in certain situations.
Because you were a name.
Caused conflicts. So like the enjoyment part of it sort of went. And then I'm going, what am I doing this for? I'm just doing it for money. So I had offers to go and carry on playing. And then I was like, do you know what? I don't play and live my life just for money. I'm not going to do it. I can't live like that. To be honest, I can't. My personality can't live like that. If I signed a deal, let's say, let's go on BBC or something like that. Like I could do it for 2 weeks and I'd just fall apart. I'd end up, I wouldn't be able to do it consistently. Do you know what I mean? It's like knowing yourself, like what environment you want to be in, who you want to be in and around. I can't just do that. Sometimes you got to, haven't you? Because you got to put food on the table. You got to do what you got to do. But I'm looking at it going, well, do I just want to go in, be that player? You remember you used to have players in the dressing room, even like wouldn't get involved and like wouldn't do it. It's just like there, not laughing, just picking up the dough. Yeah, I didn't want to be that guy. So there's loads to it. And it just so happens that
and you were lucky, weren't you? Because you stepped into like Arsenal's team, stepped into Spurs team, and you were in good dressing rooms. So you took that as a granted, like you at West Ham, and I've been in good ones. But when you get a bad one, it's so hard to fix that culture, and it's not nice to be in. And all of a sudden you've got splits in the dressing room. You're thinking it's just completely different, isn't it? But you probably had 6-7 years of just being
just on a high.
Only knowing. A great dressing room.
Well, your first dressing room was the Invincibles, wasn't it? Being around that.
Being in around that. I mean, that was a joke. And you took that, that's the way it is.
Yeah.
Went in at, where'd I go, on loan at Norwich, then Blackburn. You know what I mean? Like you had unbelievable characters, unbelievable people in the dressing room.
Took guy there.
Yeah, took guy. I was fagging it.
Yeah.
He loved it.
Do you know what you say about Rochdale, huh?
Yeah.
So we it was international break and we had, you probably in national duty actually. Yeah. But we sorted a game out, so we got the weekend off, Friday game. Right. And he was like he was old at the time, so he was probably like one of the only ones left that was on international duty. So we going out, fully stripped up. Lads are buzzing because they're getting weekend off, so we're at it.
Love that.
Walk out, he's in the bush with the kitchen porter. Lads are like that, like knocking each other. Fucking hell, two guys in the bush, he's in the bush.
Unreal though.
Unreal. We're in League Two, and we're looking at this fella who's like Turkish international, like bossing it at the Premier League, smoking in the bush, like fucking hey, like that. And then couldn't fucking get near him.
No,
could not get near him.
He's the epitome of playing with a faggot.
Oh
my! Like
having a faggot.
I tell you the truth, that I got close to him once, within touching distance. And he went, whoa, and went to catch the ball.
Yeah, he does that.
Right?
He used to do that all the time.
And I've stopped. He just let the ball fall through his hands and away.
Did it his away?
He used to love that one.
Did he? Is that one of his? Yeah.
He was
got me a treat.
He was like him and Fabregas and people like that. They sort of just...
He was an artist.
See it different. Just
see the game. Talk about scanning now and all this. But just seeing that picture, like, it was unbelievable.
Or Craig Bellamy, I think he says he's one of the best players he ever played with.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Really?
Joke, yeah.
Bellas was a joke, wasn't it? Because I was with him at Blackburn. He come for a season. He got about 26 goals.
Sparky, wasn't it? Obviously, your manager at Blackburn.
I mean, after playing against him as a young lad in League Two, after playing against him,
different level.
Serious doubts.
Yeah.
Back to being a plasterer.
Fucking hell.
Hold up a minute.
Oh, miles off it.
He was a baller. He was funny, wasn't he, Bellas?
Oh, yeah.
Mate, what a loan. He loved it.
Yeah.
He's gone on, and he's managing.
Flying well,
he's
doing well.
Flying.
He just loves football, but everywhere he's been, he was unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's probably not given the praise that he sort of deserves, really, because he went every club he went to, he was unbelievable, scoring goals, energy,
Blackburn, he was
appetite. Mate, he
come in even at
City, unreal. We come to West Ham, loved it at West Ham. He was unbelievable, and the standards he set.
Unbelievable.
He's a bit mad, but he was. That's the person he needed to be to get to the level he was.
He could get on people. He could get on people. You had to be strong around him. You had to
be on it, around him. But he brought the best out of people. He raised everyone's game around him. Because of the way he was, 100%.
Yeah.
Clutch 9 is powered by our friends at Betway, your home for weekly free bets, free spins, and so much more. So don't miss out. Head to Betway today.
Go on then. Tell us about that time at Arsenal and the people around there and stuff.
What a place to go up. I didn't realise until coming out of there and years later reflecting on how good it actually was. Even when I went on to sort of play for England and play for, even in the Tottenham's great team and so on, you realise the standards that were at Arsenal. Because I think some people have said when they step up at international level, they sort of move up a level and they sort of see it. But being at Arsenal was just from training from 15 with them sort of most
15?
every day. Yeah, 15, 16, yeah. So
was that the level of player or the manager?
Both. The intensity of training, proper men,
accountability
for a start,
team,
geezers, proper you ain't having that. My shirt ripped off, elbows, black eyes, fights,
training.
Yeah, training. Yeah,
it was that mix, wasn't it? It was that strong English mix, scattered with like some European talent.
But everyone sort of upheld them standards, really. You know what I mean? When you come across the white line, you try and you work hard, then you play hard, and that's pretty much what it was. And yet he had that great balance. And talking about creating an environment, it was a winning environment where you laugh and you cry and you're working, you all together. It was unbelievable. And to be part of that was incredible. You know what I mean? It was unbelievable. But loved every minute. It was an unbelievable environment. And to go on, like you said, like they're legends of the game, aren't they? And then when you come out the other side, even reflecting on it now, I appreciate it a lot more now.
Yeah.
You're looking back going, what a time. Because you're sort of just taking it in your stride, didn't you? And then you sort of, like you said, you're backing yourself and doing a bit. But you just...
That kind of youthful
exuberance. Incredible. What an environment. But yeah, it was... and they were ahead of the game as well, because my first year as an apprentice was the year they moved to the new training ground. So that new training ground was state of the art. It was a joke at the time, and to be in that environment. And then you got all the staff, everyone that surrounds the club as well. And that's another thing that creates an environment, to have good people in and around the club. Them people that you see every day, and then they're always upbeat and they're buzzing, so you're loving it. And then you move on to the standard of training. I mean, he used to set up. I talk about this. He used to set up 7-a-side teams for the week, and you
for points and that proper games,
whites, yellows, and blues or whatever.
Yeah. And you same team every week,
same team every day, and it just kick off.
And there's a bit on it,
because you'd be like, you got mugged off today. You bottom, you know what I mean?
That's good.
And then you get into training. You want to get into training to win the
game.
To win the game. So it was all small-sided games, and it was just a different level. Yeah.
So as an apprentice, were you with that group?
Yeah.
You were never with the kids.
Yeah, we sort of had done our. Yeah, it was pretty much with the first team, but most of the time. Yeah.
That's unreal. What a learning curve.
Oh, it was unbelievable. Yeah. It was unbelievable. But the standards and what you see, you're just taking it in your stride and you're trying to aspire to be there.
Even though it was a good, an unbelievable time to step in, it was probably the worst time in recent history, because you'd probably had a longer career.
Well, there you go. Yeah. Well, that's why I signed a 5-year deal and left after 6 months. But I just needed to play. The pathway, it weren't there.
You couldn't see away from it.
You're looking at it going, and you had...
I was going to say, it was
in remember Van Artser and Graham Barrett?
Yeah.
Can you remember all them boys? They were really good players, scoring for their under-21 national teams and even playing first-team games for Ireland, and that I think he did. But you're looking at them players of 2021 not getting in the team, you're thinking,
am I getting
you're
in
17, 18, and I'm looking at it going, Like,
even that's a big decision though.
Because I pushed to go on loan. So I went to Norwich when they got promoted. I went under Nigel Worthington, like up there. I just wanted to play first team football, yeah.
But a lot of lads will just sit.
I think you could. Do you know what? Talk about this. The mentality now, it's all right to be a squad player.
Yeah.
No, I didn't like sitting. I hated sitting.
No, but we're built different. If I ain't playing on Saturday, this was
ask
even
him
the
to go out on
Invincible.
loan or
All my
whatever.
mates are on me. Oh, you're not playing this week. yeah, didn't they? Mugging you off, and you're like,
Have you seen the team I'm trying to get into?
I wouldn't want to go out. I wouldn't want to see anyone. I wouldn't want to talk to anyone because I weren't in the team. I was so embarrassed. I was hurt. I was devastated. And I think we all had that mentality. Now, you're a squad player, aren't you? Pick up your... Pick up.
No, we're different, yeah.
Pick up.
I remember Warnock telling me I was fifth choice striker Palace. I was like, right, Neil, I'm off then.
I'm off.
Yeah, but that's exactly where...
And also, I think I had it in my mind that I wanted to play as much of the game as I could while I could. I wasn't on about sitting on a bench for 2 years and waiting for a chance. Like, the career's gone.
But that was exactly the same mentality when I was at Arsenal. So I could have stayed and been part of just, spent 5 years just being part of the squad. I just wanted to play because you're built to do that. Yeah. The squad thing weren't about then.
No.
20 years ago, you didn't have squad. No. Like, if you weren't in the team, you're nothing.
How many would have been on
Everyone's
the bench?
I
was going to say, Wenger must have thought a lot of you, though, to be having you training with that team at 15.
Yeah. I've had some great conversations with him.
He must have been really good with you.
Yeah, it was brilliant. I mean, I was, doing well within the youth team, the reserves, and then when I was getting the opportunity in the first team, did well.
And was he all right when you asked
it was fine, yeah. Just fair, like, even when I'm not banging on his door, go on, Wenger!
Would you bang on his door?
Oh, yeah, when I spoke to him, yeah. Cool. Come on, Arsene, I want to play.
It was more of a little gentle knock when it was a bang on the door.
It was like,
how about I playing?
Yeah.
So go on then, tell me what it was like when you knocked on Arsene's door.
Well, it was nerve-wracking, so like to go and...
But it was.
But you knew that, like, I knew it had to be done, you know what I mean? And even sort of people in and around me saying, you've got to go and knock on his door, like, let him have it.
But who around you, like parents and stuff?
Yeah, parents or agent or like all your people around you, and even people even people within the football club, like, go and knock on his door, let him, say that you're sort of performing well. So I did. But what a horrible sweat. And you're just like,
nervous.
Oh no.
Try and talk and you come out all squeaky.
But you're like, So I had it all planned out. And then, but sort of, knocked in and just went ahead. And he says, we've got plans for you and stuff like this. He reassuring me, but then says, we'll let you go out on loan and so on. But going in and saying, look, I want to play, trying to be.
That was like a common ground, letting you go out on loan.
Yeah, to play, because obviously playing in the reserves, you get to that level, don't you? You can do 2 or 3 months, and then you just sort of, and then you get a taster for the first team.
Was that back in the day when first team players would play in the reserves?
Yeah, they would. Yeah,
Wednesday afternoon.
But we were playing in the Carling Cup. We were getting good runs, playing in front of the fans. I made my debut. Yeah, Oxford in there. Third round of the FA Cup, and then you go into the Carling Cup games, and then you're playing. You're going all the way to the semi-finals. You're playing. I played that semi-final at Middlesbrough. Yeah, that was I nearly missed the bus. I got up. I had to be there at 9 o'clock. Got up at 8:45, and I lived half hour away. Yeah, and you just like, I was up all night stressing about starting. But that was the night that, and you know what happened? There was an accident.
That wasn't a travel on the day, was it? 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
You travel on the day?
Travelling on the day.
Semi-final?
Semi-final, yeah.
So where was the game?
Borough?
Middlesbrough.
That's a long way.
Yeah.
So what, up there?
Fly.
Pre-match?
Yeah.
Fly.
Pre-match.
Meet the train on the coach.
Yeah. And then there was an accident that saved me, which made Henri and Vieira late, so I was all right. Yeah. But that was the night I played with, I think it was Antonio Reyes, God bless him. He made his debut and scored an own goal from 20 yards, didn't he? He's like gone into tackle and then placed one bottom bin. So I went, that's a good start.
Took the pressure off you.
Yeah. I made my full debut against Wolves in the Carling Cup with Fabregas, yeah. And he was 18 months younger than me, but he was unbelievable that night. I think we beat him 4 or 5-0 or something, and he scored.
Fabregas.
It was unbelievable, yeah. But the Arsenal thing as well, we had like the best youth system in the country. Like literally the best players were at Arsenal, and they were chopping them in from all over the world as well. So
you must have seen a lot of players then. If it just
unbelievable
fall by the
players,
wayside.
Great training ground players.
Yeah,
people who are unbelievable in training. You get sort of a couple of Brazilian lads, and they just couldn't get near them in training, and then put them in a game, and then they just
couldn't do it.
They were terrible. But yeah, it was going in with Wenger. But I've met him a couple of times since. I met him when I played for England at in Paris at Stade de France. I had a sort of 15, 20-minute conversation with him, and that was sort of, what was that? Probably 4 or 5 years after I left. But there's so many nice words, and he just cut. You know, when someone comes out and you're going, that was a nice moment for me.
And did you have a realisation of what he thought of you back then?
Yeah.
That you probably didn't
because you're always like, you ain't
then.
playing me, don't like me. But it
yeah.
ain't, is it? You look back at the time, you're in the heat of the battle, and then some of the things, after. But they did well. Arsenal, they had a 50% sell-on. So when I went to Tottenham, they got 50% of the deal anyway. So Arsenal did well out of it. So
I know it's different. How bad is it seeing the manager though? You must have done it a lot in your career. I don't know. It's
a bit harsh, wasn't it?
You know what I mean? For different reasons. I remember going to see Big Sam, like Jamie's, like probably 29 at this point, not played. Going to see him, and you know what it's like. Then you got things in your not playing, got stuff in your head. I'm going to say this to, especially Big Sam. Going to say this to the boss. You got it all in your head. Knock on the door, go in. Boss, come to chat while I'm not playing, and he would just rant and say, "You're not playing because of this," and I'd go. Like all the things I want to say out the window, you're totally right, boss. I understand, but then walk out. Yeah. It's mad. It's like
an hard conversation.
It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, it never bothered me.
Yeah. Do you want to see the boss?
Because I got burned early doors. So I was playing in America. Sunderland came out pre-season tour. Mick McCarthy, Premier League Sunderland. I scored a couple of goals, and he's like, "Come back, spend some time with us. I like the look of you." So I go to Sunderland. I spend like 10 weeks in Sunderland, training with them, Julio Arca and all that. And Friday afternoon, he pulls me in. He goes, "Get yourself away home for the weekend. Got you a deal on Monday. All right, we'll sign you to the end of the season." I was like, "Fuck, amazing." Buzzing. Amazing. So I go home, out on the drink with all my mates, telling all my mates, "Fucking sign Monday, I'm signing it."
Love it. Yeah.
Get there Monday. It was me and an American lad, so there was 2 of us came over. Get back Monday.
No deal.
Mate, I'd have definitely gone steaming in.
Well... Yeah, I mean, I didn't know the game. I was brand new. I was like 19, but it was the first time I've been in a professional setup in England. And I was just like, what do I do in that? And apparently, what happened? The agent that was looking after us went like, "You take both, or you take none." And Mick was like, "Well, fuck off. I'll take none." And I'll never forget him getting me in and going, "Oh, something's happened over the weekend. Can't do it," and that. And I never had the balls to speak up. And he was like, "Is anyone you want me to call?" I was like, "Yeah, Paul Simpson at Carlisle." Anyways, it led on to something. But after that moment, I was like, "Fuck it, I am knocking on anybody's door, and I'll say my piece."
Mate, that's poor, that.
Yeah, shocking.
Who was it, McCarthy?
Yeah.
He's just got that thing coming. He's been made out. He's been stitched right up in that Roy Keane documentary, isn't he? So there you go.
I haven't seen it,
Every dog has his day.
Listen, I don't know what it was. It was just football.
That sounds like it's a. Was it above him? Nah, it was.
I don't know.
That's poor.
I mean, it would have been, the contract would have been like nothing. Do you know what I mean? I was coming from the American league into the English league, and
but that just showcases, doesn't it? Like even football, like the harsh, ruthless reality of it at times. At Arsenal, we went to, because they put us into a school system, so we trained every day from 12, 13. I had to leave my school, go to a school down in Chingford, Imes Park. We all left our schools and went. And we were there for 3 years. It was like they were trying to get the Ajax system, you train every day. So you miss certain lessons and then you train. I mean, that was going into a school environment. I mean, that was a character builder, I tell you. Just getting pelted every day. Teachers didn't really want you there. And even it was a tough environment, that was. And even the schools around us, it caused loads of problems. But we went through, so me and the lads were together. There was 10 of us. We went through them 3 years, knowing each other every day, going through everything we went through.
Becoming friends.
And then everyone got YT after, so we went in. Some people got YT in a 3 year.
Plus 2,
I got
3 year pro.
Lucky enough that I got a pro contract before that. But I remember coming in one morning. I'm coming in as I come in this morning. Well, hey, you only live once. Well, hey, oh, shut up, Bence. But then I've walked in, morning late, and they're all there, sat there crying. Yeah, I remember because we used to have this where we took our shoes off because we weren't allowed to wear shoes in the Arsenal building. I come in and all my mates are crying their eyes out. Yeah, it was one of them reality moments. Yeah, and that thing in football, like at any point, boom, it's gone. I don't know. You get into that mode where you're all going to be together forever, don't you? And all of a sudden, bang, and we're all sort of really best mates.
The realisation.
It was unbelievable. Yeah, it's a tough moment that was. Yeah, but that's football, isn't it? It's football. That's what happens. It's like what's happened to you. It's poor, isn't it? Tells you got a deal on a Friday. You go and set it up. You're probably gonna bought all your like D&G gear and that. You know. Imagine that killer on the Saturday. You know what I mean? I'll take that new BM. I'll get that finance deal done, boss. Yeah, I've got money coming in. Well, hey, turn up a Monday. McCarthy's thrown you under the bus.
Luckily, I wasn't that far ahead of myself. But yeah, it was a killer, absolute killer.
Yeah, it's not nice, but that is. Yeah, it's happening all the time. It's always the case, but even with players' loyalty, that's always discussed, isn't it? You know how to act.
The clubs have got no loyalty.
As soon as the club don't want you, bang, you're gone.
Yeah.
Like Sterling or something like that. All of a sudden, bang, go and sit over there.
Yeah, done.
It's not all about, you get your dough, don't you? But yeah, no, it's ruthless sometimes. And they don't want you, you're out, ain't you?
Would you say it was your best time in your career? Best football you played?
Best football, best time, best environment.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Unbelievable, yeah. Yeah, it was. It was unbelievable.
Group of players, manager?
Group of players, manager, people in and around the football club, fans.
Good people.
It was just good people everywhere. Yeah. Absolutely unbelievable. I had a time in my life, loving it. Just loving life. Yeah. And playing as well.
And that's why your football was...
Yeah, we went up and we obviously getting into Europe every year and playing good standard of football. It was brilliant. Yeah, good players as well. Like unbelievably good players.
God, that team, that Blackburn team, yeah.
We were strong, yeah. And Hughesy did well. Fair play to him, he did well. Coaching staff were good. People in and around the building, and then we'd just have it large. Yeah,
have it large.
Have it large. Like we'd play. Yeah, play hard.
Work hard, play hard.
Work hard, play hard. Yeah, and we pretty much did that. Yeah, and we're all together. Good environment. We used to go out together, do things outside of football, which was funny.
Yeah, that was the thing back then.
It's hard to find that.
Yeah,
we had it at West Ham for a long time. Do you know? You've won on a Saturday. You're not playing to the following Saturday. Always had good managers. Go on, but enjoy your wins.
Yeah.
But there wouldn't be like 4 of us out. It would be everyone.
Yeah. Full time.
And if someone won out, you'd be on the blower to them, or they'd say that their missus weren't allowed out. And then you'd be on them, wouldn't you? And then they'd come out.
They'd have to,
but it'd be everyone.
Yeah.
But that's creating that like friendship group, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that's what's so hard to find at elite sport is a group of people that get on with one another like that.
That creates a more enjoyable experience when you do have that.
Oh, yeah.
Individually doing something is not as good as collectively doing it. Yeah,
but say you had a new signing, you'd probably learn more about them on the night out, wouldn't you? Or the pre-season. You would though, couldn't you?
Benny McCarthy, first night, Rotterdam we were. First night he turned up. I think he turned up, signed 6 o'clock dinner, and then took him out on the piss that night. Yeah, straight out. We went to some. That's a funny place. That was a funny night, but we had to go down. We weren't allowed out. We went down the service lift, but he was straight on it. He was loving it. Well, Benny loved it in the end, didn't he? He loves it. But yeah, straight out. So when he's in, and everyone's like, "Yeah, I'm on it. Yeah, so you get all the boys, like everyone. Service lift, and somebody's clocked the. You know where they take the room service
fire
like
exits out the hotel
Bosh,
and all that.
Like that. All of us. Roll in at 4.
Deny in the morning.
Yeah, deny. It was unbelievable. But what a group. The memories I've got from there and the stories, just endless amounts, week after week after week, like hundreds of unbelievable stories.
We had one of those nights out. We was in Hong Kong with Villa.
Yeah.
And it was like we were all struggling with the pre-season. So we was all struggling with the time difference. But we had gone out. I don't think we was meant to be out, but one of them was. Yeah. So we've come in and we've got. I forget who was manager of Villa. It was me, Luke Young, Richard Dunn, Stevie Warnock. Boys had gone out, had a couple of beers, and because of the time difference, we had to be at breakfast. But we all slept in. Yeah. And by this point, we've come downstairs. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon for a bit of tea or something like that. Luke Young's come in and gone. Like trying to be lively. Morning to the gaffer. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. Like. Yeah, just giving it. They've been out.
Yeah,
rumbled.
Morning, 3:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, but the gaffers get that as well, don't they? They know that. Even at Arsenal under Wenger, loved it. Yeah, and we were in. I was in Innsbruck the other week with Ray Parlour on this, and we remember being there for pre-season.
I've done pre-season in Innsbruck.
Yeah. We had a night out there. I remember canoe. Hey, he looked like a canoe carrying him home. He was. He had a few, innit? They couldn't really treat him like me and Ray. Go on, get that down your neck. Like that.
Absolutely done a job on it.
Oh, brilliant! But you're working hard, aren't you? We used to go to remote places in the middle of nowhere and then have a little bit of a bit of a do and that. But yeah, no, they're good. They build that bond between,
certainly
between the players and the staff, because the staff always come out here.
Yeah.
And then new players are coming in. The new players coming in, that was
the one, wasn't it?
That was a
one.
test.
To know him.
Yeah.
I think I know what this is, but best moment at Blackburn.
It was the day after. So I'd gone up there initially on loan and then done the deal to sign because I wanted to be there, just wanted to settle down and see good things that were coming at Blackburn. And I thought this environment will do me and I want to sign here. Then when you're on loan, it's hard because you can't really settle and sort of get into a groove of it. And just knowing that you've got sort of 3 or 4 years somewhere that you can sort of settle down. So signed on the dot the day before the hat-trick, and then went out because I was a forward. I was always a forward, not a winger, and so I played up front with Big Shefky Kuchi, I think it was.
He was an
animal.
Man.
What a big
And his cello. Remember his cello? He was just a what a lovely
jump.
fella though.
Oh,
like, hard as nails on the pitch. But he'd always have a bit of chat with you.
Yeah. Loved it. What a guy. And then so I've signed. Really happy about doing that. And then the day after, under the lights, Ewood Park, Man United, and that was a proper like Rooney, Ferdinand, Ronaldo, Fergie. It was the proper team, and then to go in and then score the hat-trick. Yeah, it was unbelievable, Just nipping in, wasn't I? Like little centre forward.
What was it?
Little fox in the box.
Do you remember the goals?
Yeah. It was Rio, wasn't it? I said something. Do you know, there's a story about that. So Rio... Because Rio, he headed it on, didn't I? He tried to do that to Van der Sar, and I nipped in, didn't I? And I think it was the first goal. And then my agent, being Rob Siegel, brilliant, right? But I was with him. He'd set up Sky Interview day after. You know, that's what they do, don't they? Get you out there.
Yeah.
You know? And I'd said a joke about Rio, but he got the right ump. Yeah. Me and him had a little bit of a square up in the nightclub in Manchester over it. Yeah, he didn't like it because he thought. Sort of disrespected him, but I was just because I went. I'd just like to say thanks to Rio. You know, nice little flick on. Oh, don't! No, he got the ump. So we used to go. Everyone used to sort of be in the same nightclub. We come out and we had a little bit of a dance around, for a bit.
Panacea.
Panacea, Oh, he knows Panacea. He went to watch Wigan Blackburn and went straight to Panacea. We know he's
going. Send him lads later.
Hey, you know what I mean? Don't fool us. Don't worry about that. Hey, all the heat's on me, don't we?
Little dark horse.
Couple of tequilas, wallop. But that hat-trick and then to score under the lights, be the first player to ever do it against United.
Did you realise that right then?
No.
Somebody tell you that when you walked off?
No. Sort of found that out sort of days after. But to do that, to sign, to do that.
Yeah, gosh.
And do you reckon that was all because of your mentality? Because you were settled and you were like, you were comfort and content?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But you're just going out there, you're young. What was I, 20 probably? I don't know what it was, 19, 20. You're just going out and playing. Just going out and playing.
So you said you were a striker?
Yeah, so I grew up as a striker. I grew up as a number 10.
Why did you...
Because they're 4-4-2s at the time, they're playing two big lads up front, so it weren't that type of player.
Your profile would have been perfect this day and age, wouldn't it?
It would have probably worked a little bit better, yeah. Even when I look now, I go, I'd have it off here.
In the sausage.
Because I used to play in the house, so I grew up at Arsenal. We used to play off the front, man. And that was it, yeah. Bagging goals, setting them up, yeah. I was doing the sort of Bergkamp role, we're trying to be. Like that.
Big Dennis blocking the pathway.
I know, Big Dennis, come on. Let the new DB come on. I hate DBs. Beckham.
Oh my God. I never thought that.
Oh, damn. And David Brent. People call me that, don't they? David Brent, I'm across between David Brent, Ryland Clark and Danny Dyer. If they all had a baby, they'd make me, wouldn't they? Look. But, yeah, where were we? I've gone off on
I don't know.
Oh, the DBs, yes. I used to play in the hole. The only time I first started playing on the wing was when I went to Norwich. I did it a couple of times for Arsenal. I said, do Perez kind of like be on the side and create from there, because they'd always put the creative players out on the wings, because then you'd have that strong, big core.
What, is it more like running with it? Because you're known for your whip,
not running with it, just
getting a yard.
Yeah. So I never used to cross here.
Did you not?
I didn't know how to do that. I only figured that out when I went to Norwich.
Did you?
I know.
Didn't take you long to pick it up.
Yeah, it was back. He says, what's he do? So I remember the first game we played Crystal Palace at home. So
is this in the Prem?
Yeah.
Prem,
yeah. So they'd been promoted. So I did pre-season. I'm just, you know what pre-season's I'm going, easy this. Going to have a great season. And then played Real Mallorca at home a week before And mate, I was just having it off. You know, just like it was like way, like that. And went into the first game, Crystal Palace at home. Remember Andrew Johnson? Andy Johnson, and that team there, mate, didn't touch the ball. Just literally ran over the top, proper Premier League. And I was like, give me the ball. You know, just wanted to feet and play, and then soon realised I've got to find a way of being effective. I'm being asked to play on the wing. How do I do that? So then I just monitored other players, and Bex was one that I sort of monitored what he does, how he does it. Just run up and down, you know what I mean? Like, make sure you run up and cover your fullback, like help him. And then when you get up there, because you ain't got to get half a yard and whip it. And then get on all set plays, and that's what I did. And you just sort of master your art, what you're good at.
Who were you supplying for at Norwich?
Who was up there? Darren Huckleby.
Big Dion?
Dean Ashton.
Dean.
I set him up against United, actually. We beat United at Carroll Road, 2-1, I think it was.
Yeah.
I'll get pulled up if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Got that geezer.
I've been pulled up.
He's been done.
Reprimanded.
He's good, though. He's good.
Yeah,
I like it. I like him pulling people
Keeps
up.
people on their toes.
Gets it on there. But yeah, I think we did that whip one, didn't I? I think they had white boots on as well. I have to double check that as well. But yeah, whip one, Dean Ashton and Wallop.
Right.
Right. So United got done twice. Go on, United. Yeah. So, yeah, where did we start? Yeah, the goal, against Blackburn, the hat-trick, unbelievable.
Great time at Blackburn.
Yeah.
Move comes.
Yes.
15 million to Tottenham.
Mm-hmm.
Sad to be leaving Blackburn, or was it right money, right time? That
Well,
sort of.
It was. There was a big build, like, so Hughesy in the club, we were riding high and doing well. Sat down at a meeting. I got into the England squad, so I've been in the England squad.
Yeah, we're going to touch on that.
Sort of
Don't
12
worry.
months. Yeah,
Just drop that in,
bring it up. You know what I mean? So got into the England. So I was in the England squad playing at Blackburn, and then remember Baldini, Capello's number 2.
Yeah.
He pulled me. Says you got to move club. And I was like, oh right, okay, because that's what you do. You got to play in the high
To play for England.
Yeah, play.
Yeah.
To keep, to push through. So I'm there. I'm then going back. Going, I don't want to leave. Like, stuck it on me. So you sort of ambitious, aren't you, of what you want to do. Gone in for the meeting with Mark Hughes and everyone and the team. They said, no, next year we're going to sign this player. We're really going to we're going to push on. The club's going to back him. So I says, all right, I'll stay. I went away with England to Trinidad and Tobago to play a game. Whilst I was on the plane, Mark Hughes moved to Man City.
Oh, of course he did, yeah.
So again, like a bit like what you're saying, ruthless in football. Like he's given me all that spiel. So I've parked my ambition to go anywhere else, and then all of a sudden that was it. The team sort of started to dismantle. Wincy come in and with Carl Robinson, they were good guys. Like Carl's great guy. So I was Incy, but nothing with that. But I'm looking at it going, and they're bringing in Fowler and Jeffers and people like that. People that sort of ended their careers, and you sort of looking at it going, I've got to move. This is right time. I think it's a sinking ship. You know what I mean? You're looking at it going. So I'm in pre-season. I started pushing for the move. Yeah. And Tottenham, like, reason why I supported them really when I was growing up, because Gaza is my.
Are you a Spurs fan?
Yeah, so first games I ever went to. It's one of them. But they were the first team that I ever sort of went to watch, and Gaza was my hero, so it made me a bit of a Tottenham fan. But all my family are Rochdale, and so.
Good Rochdale, like.
Yeah, so I've got to say Rochdale. Don't upset the family, do I? I'm Rochdale. But it's.
Easy decision then when you.
Well, Ramos come in, didn't I? Yeah. Ramos come in, and I've gone and met him, as you do, because you meet all the managers, don't you? It's just the way it is. You go and meet them privately somewhere, and I met a few others. Martin O'Neill at Villa, he was there, and Chelsea and people like. And then, but the project at Tottenham, looking at it, wanted to play for him, but then they brought in Ramos. So I'm looking at him thinking he's Wenger.
Yeah.
Then you're looking at the new stadium, which was right then, when they had all the plans for it, and the new training ground and all the plans, and you're just looking at it going, I've got to be a part of that. That is going somewhere. Yeah, and that's why I sort of looked to make the move. Yeah, that's why it was Tottenham. So it was...
Anything about the Arsenal in the back of the head? Being an ex-Arsenal
Not
player?
really, no.
Didn't see it when he
wheeled
away after scoring that goal.
No. It's on there, Almunia stuck in quicksand. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I love Arsenal Football Club. Love Tottenham Football Club. I ain't really got it's different with me, like, because it's weird.
Yeah, you think
weird,
a bit different.
Yeah, but growing up there and doing what I did, being part of the Invincibles, being part of that youth system, and it was a great upbringing. I ain't really got like 8. No.
Just loves North London in
Yeah,
general.
go on to North London. I'll sing the song, but I can't remember. But yeah, no, moving to Tottenham was great, and it was just ambitious going there. And then when I got in there, it was like Ramos, the guy that I signed for. I got the chairman on the phone to me asking me whether we should sack him. I'm like, I don't know. He signed me. It's like it's only 2 months.
After how long? 2 months.
It's about 2 or 3 months, something like that, wasn't it? It weren't long. Was it October? I think he went out.
Yeah,
something like that. It was a whirlwind, and then they sold Keno, then they sold Berbatov, and then they brought in me, Modric, Dos Santos. You know what I mean? But we were, we needed to be sort of blended into the squad. But then we're taking lead roles in China, and you're just like all over the place. And then wheels started to fall off, and then you sort of looking at it going, he wants to be sacked. You know what I mean? Started doing training at like 5 in the afternoon.
Changed it all up.
You know when you're like,
you knew it was coming.
You're going.
I bet you loved that training at 5 o'clock.
It's making me stressed out. Like that. Blood pressure's gone up. But yeah, it was but that was a challenging time, yeah. And then Harry's come in, re-energised, beat Bolton at home, I think it was. I played well. Then we've gone into North London derby and then done that, yeah. So it was like,
that's all that's all you need to say about
dying
that.
Out on it for the rest of me, like that, just like that. I'm like two guy in the bush. North London, son.
But
yeah, when you take that touch, it's not even on though. Like how did you see it?
It is, Ed.
It is in my head.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. Anything's possible.
But do you know what I mean?
Though,
like, you're a long way out.
Yeah, I think I always say.
Did you see him off a little bit? Were you aware?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, but Clive Allen, the legend that is, he marked my card he marked the dressing room's card that Almunia's always off his line.
Okay.
So it must have been in my head. But it happened so quickly, didn't it, on the pitch? And where you're doing it from, just watching it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bird's eye view. It's like Google Earth. I was like,
it was in as soon as you hit it.
it was just unbelievable.
It's got a chance.
And to do it there, do it under the lights. Because it's always better under the lights.
Yeah.
I think.
Night games.
You know, we play under the lights. Oh, I love it. I miss that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Night games.
But then to wallop one like that in the North London, and all the build-up for a North London derby is always bigger and it's just mental because everywhere you go in, everyone's talking to you. You know what I mean? Everyone's on you. And then all my mates are Tottenham fans, and then all my other mates are Arsenal fans. And then you're living in the area. And then the club's different, the training's, everything's different, the media's different. So the build-up's massive. And then to go and do that, I'm just like, hey! It was unbelievable moment. And you look back, don't you? I don't know whether... It is moments, isn't it? You know, when you look 100%. Back and...
Didn't have a lot, to be fair.
Like that. There'll be moments that you could like reel off, probably 5 or 6 moments where you go, wallop. That is unbelievable. And they're the moments that you create. And people obviously now, they still talking about it now and go up in the street and it's nice. Yeah,
but...
So that goal in North London derby...
Yeah.
It was so good that an Oxford professor included the 4-4 scoreline at the end of a new maths sequence in honour of the symmetry of your goal.
Unbelievable. I didn't know that. Frightening. Symmetry. Bosh! It was unbelievable, wasn't it? So professor, it's gone to such a level that, where's that, Oxford or Cambridge? Oxford, yeah, there you go.
You mentioned there you miss it. Do you still miss it?
I miss playing, but I miss being in and around it now and again.
Around it or playing? Two different things.
Bit of both, really. Well, the first 5 years, I never watched football.
No.
I didn't watch it. I couldn't watch it. It was breaking me up watching it. And then even there, like coming back, my boy started to play, so I got back into it. I started watching it with him. And I went to a couple of games suddenly.
And you're getting involved.
And getting all the fans, and then you start sort of seeing it from a different sort of angle. And then last year, the year before, it was a year before, I played my first game in 10 years, in a charity football match.
How'd you feel?
Oh, mate, it was unbelievable.
Good.
Scored some belters. But it's just like, hold up, still got a bit. Yeah. But it was weird. It was not, but then nice being back in the environment and being back. So the sort of way I sort of did it, because the foundation of what you love, if I go back to why you love something, or why we all love something, there's something that captured us, didn't it? Like, and Gazza captured me. 6 years old, World Cup. I want to be him. I want to play the way he's playing, his personality, really, like everything he's doing. And then, it sort of inspires you and takes you out, and then you go into your Sunday league and you're training, trying to replicate what the boys are doing on a Saturday, what you watched on Match of the Day. I'm going to try, you know what I mean, try Cruyff or this, that, the other, or whatever it is. And then it's that buzz of playing, being with the lads, and you go back. Because when you start getting paid to play it, and when you start doing it as a job, it's completely different. And you lose sight, you become cynical. Football then changes. It's like 10 years in football changes the psychology of it, because then you start to see the horrible stuff that comes with it. You don't see it from the purest point of view. If you can go back to when you're like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or the way the fans see it. Because the worst thing for me is when I speak to friends of mine, season ticket holders at Tottenham, and I tell them what's going on in and around the club, they hate it. It's the worst thing I could do is settle, because you don't want to tell them they're better off having that point of view, that love, rather than giving them. So when we're in it, and a lot of players, you do lose. You get hurt by the game, even though the game's giving you so much. I think every player that's ever played is hurt by the game in some shape or form. So you're scarred, So, and that's people, even if they played right till you're 36, 37, 40 or whatever. But you leave a bit. So then it's nice to have that. For me, I think coming away the way I did, and then to rebuild back into the game, I sort of got a different element of love and remember it well. It's nice to rediscover that, because we're probably the epitome of the fans. We are the fans. We're the focal head of the fans, and that disconnection that's happened, it should be there, because, like you said, I've done it a few times. Done a few away days with Tottenham, and
not Tottenham.
Been in the pub. Took over a pub the other week, the Elbow Room. Yeah, we took it over and danced around the South Stand. Didn't I? But that connection's there. They're the people. That's what it's all about. They live and breathe it. They love it. And as soon as you got transition to the business side, and you lose that disconnection, it's nice to rediscover that. Yeah. I think every player is scarred by football. It is. You get scarred. You get scarred by your art, don't you? I suppose. Call it an art. People will probably go, "I'll have a day off," but it probably, what I mean. It is.
Depends where you played.
Depends who you played for. Some sort
of
the way
I played would be described as art.
I don't think 2-yard tappings count as art. Like
Bergkamp in it. Bergkamp. It's art. Two guy. Art.
That was art. Yeah.
Bit of a light.
Do you know two guys? It's only like little, right?
Yeah.
It's only little. I used to go because he used to go to the casino in Manchester. He loved he loved having he loved roulette and that. No, I never got it. Never got excited by it. But he went out with his wife. I don't know if he's still with her. Was like a professional basketball player. She was about 6 foot.
Oh, really?
So like, yes, you go in and see little two guy. Go Tokes, right, son, and like it'd have this like, I just loved it. I'd be like, hold up, it brings back memories.
Bit of a lighter one, Spurs.
Yeah.
Best player you played with at Spurs? Tough one, isn't it?
Modric or Bale, yeah. Modric or Bale.
It's a tough pick between them two.
I know. I mean, they went on to, you could see it when, but what they've gone on to do, Real Madrid was just unbelievable.
Both Champions League 5 times.
I mean, Gareth, he's a machine. I call him he's like Avatar.
Unreal.
He's like Avatar. Like they're just genetically different. You know what I mean? He could.
But he built that, didn't he? Like from Southampton, he was away from straight, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he worked out. Was he a gym? He wasn't a gym rat.
He didn't seem it, did he?
No, he's healthy. He was naturally just a gifted specimen, and he could throw it like long throws. He had the longest throw I've ever seen. He could slide tackle better than anyone else I know. He could cross the ball.
Pace,
set plays were better than anyone else. Fast, he was quicker than everyone else. Skillful. Yeah,
it must be easy when you.
It's like unbelievable.
Didn't get off to the best start at Spurs, though.
But I was there when he was 26 games in. They couldn't win a game. Bad luck. Eric, they were going to park him at Forest. Nearly went.
Yeah, I know.
Harry's in me here. What do you reckon? Like, I was going, I don't know. He's a great player, isn't he? Yeah, I know, but and then all of a sudden, bosh, like. I think Benoit Escotto got injured, or there was an injury, and then Bale got back into the team, and then we won. He got rid of that that 26 game, and then
and then just moves forward as well.
Yeah,
because he was playing
that night in
back,
the San Siro. I was on the bench.
Micon.
I didn't play that night. I had to do the runs, didn't I? After, you know,
did you?
where everyone celebrated, like box to box. But Bale that night was just, and then the week, I think it was weeks after, he just destroyed that Micon.
Absolutely, got him in the pipe, didn't he?
But Modric as well, like unbelievable. Talking about that player, just got a picture before he gets the ball, just effortless, elegant, beautiful on the ball, good lad. Yeah, unbelievable upbringing. Like they were brought up during the sort of war, during the old Yugoslavian sort of whatever it was war, and him and Kaluka, because Kaluka was his mate, and he grew up with him.
Yeah.
So he come to Tottenham with him. He was a good player, Kaluka, in his own right, but I think he come part of obviously with Luka and make him feel comfortable and stuff. But he, I think they lived in a sports hall for a couple of years. Stuff like that. Yeah, it's madness. Really? And he went on to do what he'd done. What a player! What a player! But he started as well, because it was like when I said when we come into Tottenham, Ramos, all the ideas, and then it was just like gone. And then Modric struggled for he struggled for 6, 7, 8 months really to even get a bit like what you're seeing with probably similar to Wirtz at Liverpool, or
coming to a more physical league.
Yeah, Simmons, a young boy. Yeah. Maybe they've got the chance to sort of kick on and be something similar sort of type of player. But what a player! I mean, them two are the best players at Tottenham I've played with.
So I was going to say same question. Arsenal.
I mean,
take your pick.
Yeah, I mean,
I suppose it's personal preference.
Bergkamp for me.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it, and I tried to sort of play like him a little bit in the youth teams. I was always watching him. And being a youth team player, you had to go to every game every week, so you got a chance to watch them all. But like Henry, Vieira, Perez, I mean...
It's endless, isn't it?
It's a joke, yeah. And even because I was watching previous to that, because I was in the youth teams from 12, 13 when I joined. So I was watching, Petit and all that lot, and Adams, and I was there the day that Adams scored against Everton, it's mad. It's like all them players, unbelievable players.
What Bergkamp out that group for you?
For me, personally. But then Henry, how can you...
That goal is... Remember that when he twisted Dabby's ass inside out up at Newcastle?
Oh.
No. A little flick around the corner.
Yeah. Because I pulled him. I said,
did you...
You meant that? And he went, yeah, of course I did. Yeah. Like, that's a skill, yeah. I went, oh, mate.
It's unreal,
I went, have a day off. I went,
have a day off.
The spin on the ball.
How you thinking? To like left foot. Like...
Little spin on the ball to bring it back into your path.
You ain't even thinking about it.
And then put him on the weights and all to finish it, didn't he? Armed him.
Yeah, he was great. That was a big thing about Berger, how elegant he was and how beautiful he was at football and how his touch movement and what a guy as well. Aggressive.
Yeah.
Mate, stamping on people and
He had to be growing up though. If you're that good,
like elbows.
People trying to lift him and that, you'd have to be.
That was the biggest thing. I get asked. Biggest thing about that Arsenal environment, that Arsenal training session, aggressive. Because, when you look at an Arsenal team or look at teams now, and they're like passing it around, like, mate, they'd just bully you.
Yeah.
Like they'd match anything. They'd
win the right to play.
Win the right to play. Well, that old school, that's exactly what they did, and that's what they were. But then obviously, you compound that with ability that they had. It was just like, but training. I get my shirts ripped. Our shirts ripped, so I come off like, get on with it. I'm like, what's the matter with you? And use tough environment, a winning sort of environment. And they're tough.
This group or that group?
Oh, no, they got nothing on them. No. The old teams. You think the old United team, the old Arsenal team, nothing that's playing now is.
Is that just nostalgia for us?
No choice.
In what sense?
If you put
technical ability or just having a bit about them.
Just who's better because I seen it was on.
Also, we'll do this.
Somebody asked Rooney, didn't they?
Yeah, he's true.
And he was like, bam, right away.
Yeah,
Rooney, Tevez, Ronaldo, Berbatov. Well, go on then, name me a better. Where's Man City? Well, Ireland. Yeah, he's all right, isn't he? He's an unbelievable goal machine, but he's nothing on him for. Even the best.
I have this all the time.
Even the best player in the world.
I agree with you, but Dembele, I just wonder if it's my mind.
Dembele, Rodri, and then you go back and you go Ronaldinho, Messi, like which Messi is obviously still going.
But
do that in
Romario.
every team. Do that in the Premier League teams with centre forwards, players that.
Yeah, but
even
the Brazilian ones, the best ones that are playing up front. Richarlison was their centre forward. How Pedro, good player. He scored well this week, but
I remember being centre half every Saturday, and you're playing. You mentioned it, Blackburn. They got Benny McCarthy and
Santa Cruz. Hold up a minute.
You go to Sunderland, Niall Quinn and Kev Phillips.
It's
just every team.
Remember when Borough had Rivaldo and well, not Rivaldo. What was his name?
Ravanelli,
Janino, Kincladze, all these players. But when you're talking about the elite ones, when you talk about that elite Man United team versus the champions of the last 2 or 3 years, mate, they're not only battering, they're battering them.
Yeah,
they are.
Do you agree?
Don't you agree?
I do agree, but I sometimes think it's my mind playing tricks on me.
Because it's a different game now.
No, because you just remember more fondly. That's all.
Even Chelsea's team. I look at it. Like what? Drogba up front. I watched that game the other day. I was like, wow. You know when you watch some of the old games?
Yeah.
Stick them on, you're like, oh, mate.
Drogba, mate. Honestly.
Oh, mate, he scored that header in that Carling case. He's like, it's got up his leapt. It's like, bang, have that.
Best I played against, I think.
Is he?
Obviously unreal. I played against them all.
Yeah.
But he was different, I think.
I bet you just had headache the whole game.
Just like, he played one up top back then on his own at Chelsea pretty much. Run in the corner, you'd hold it up, you'd follow you back for corners, mark you. Aggressive, quick. Just unbelievable.
I can't see that now. When you're watching the modern game, you can't. I think they were saying the other day, that top 4 versus a top 4 back then. Our top 4 Premier League players now versus top 4 Premier League players back then. There's no comparison. There ain't. It's just true. I mean, I don't know what it is. I don't know whether they're developing. Is it the sort of robotic nature of some of the sort of football we see? Are the players that are coming out, like we talked earlier about less personality within the player? So was there more personalities that gave more of a...
Games changed as well.
Gave more of a kind of aura about their play. I don't know. But what they're talking about, the front line of Arsenal, we were going to win the league this year. Unbelievable team.
They are, yeah.
They're grinding out.
You're having them winning it.
Yeah, they'll win the league this year. But I think Scholesy's got... He said something this way. Probably the worst team. Not the worst team. They're very strong and they're very productive in what they do. Set plays are so clean and efficient. Their structure of play is so efficient, isn't it? The way they kind of set up and work together as a unit. But you wouldn't say, where was the iconic moment?
Yeah.
Where's an iconic moment from the Arsenal team this year, or where's that inspirational? I can't.
Where's the moment you look back on?
Yeah, and go, oh, that is just iconic.
That was
just wow. You know what I mean? Or I don't know whether that's there. I don't know. Maybe I'll just pick it up. But Arsenal, they will win the league. But if you look at their front 4 versus a past front 4, you can't really.
Don't do it. Don't compare it. Don't compare it.
Oh, you think it's being a bit? You think that's happening? I don't think that's happening. I just think we're stating the fact. It's a fact.
Yeah, no, I'm in full agreement. I just didn't know if it was my mind playing tricks on me, thinking more nostalgic, you only remember the good bits.
Yeah.
This younger generation, they'll see this generation in 20 years, like we speak about our generation, and our dads and that spoke about George Best and all that. Do you know what I'm saying?
But it's still in. We're talking about the modern era, so we're talking about the last 20, let's say just 25 years with the modern game on modern pitches and modern balls in a modern environment. I think it's stayed structurally the same football, hasn't it? I mean, the money's increased, but it's not changed. It's not changed that much in the last 25 years. To when you're going back to George Best days, muddy pitches.
But do you know what I mean? Your old man would speak about someone, and you're like, oh, nah, he's not as good as such and such.
Have you watched the old games? Have you gone back and watched them?
I've seen that.
Because when we were playing old.
No, old. You know, you see all the highlights.
Getting lifted.
It's a bit rough. Yeah.
What's about him getting lifted? Yeah. Some of the tackles.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Oh, mate.
Even being able to control the ball.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, what they had to play in, it was unbelievable.
So we've talked about your club career, mate.
Mm-hmm.
England, international.
Yeah.
How was that for you?
Unbelievable. That's what you aspire to do, don't you? Get to that England, especially with the Gaza thing, 6 years old, seeing the World Cup, Bobby Robson, all that. England, playing for England was the dream, yeah. That's all I wanted to do.
Do you remember your first camp?
I mean, the phone call, yeah. I mean, back then, I don't know whether it's similar now, you can't, throughout the week, there's a little bit of you kind of know you're going to be in the squad,
Yeah.
and you're going to get the phone call, and they did the phone calls from 8 o'clock until 8:30 on the Friday morning before the weekend, and that was the day that Robbie Savage phoned me and acted as Steve McClaren.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. So everyone knows. So you got
What,
to build
that
up.
good that you believed him?
Yeah.
Or you
Oh, did you get sucked in?
Oh, I sucked in massive. Yeah, he tape recorded everything.
Did he?
Yeah, had me on toast. Yeah. Did you not? Have you not known?
Must have heard it.
So,
It's a nightmare.
so you've got that half an hour window, and I think the club he's got into the club early doors, all in the treatment room, and he's phoned me up. He says, "Are you David?" Whatever, like done his little voice. And I went, "Oh, yeah." He went, "Steve McClaren, you're in England." I went, "Oh, Gaffer, thanks." It's unbelievable. And I'm going to run for brick walls for England. It's unbelievable.
Did you give it a bit?
I'll give it all I'll give it all.
Die for it.
Oh, and then I've given it the big, and then I've come off the phone. I was like a right melt, wasn't I? And they're all laughing at me.
Oh, they were all in on it in the dressing room.
Yeah, Sav's got me on toast. And then 20 minutes later, get a phone call from the Real. And he's rang me. He says, David, I've gone, I said, "You just rang me." Those were my first words. And then I was just like, and then all of a sudden I just went, like come over me, like someone's just stitched me up.
Oh,
But I'd come off to Sav and phone my dad, phone everyone. I'm in the English squad.
So they were obviously all together. Where were you at?
At home.
Oh, you were still at home?
I was waiting for the call. Yeah. Oh, it was horrible.
But then you got it. You got the real.
Then I got the call, and then went in.
So they knew. They knew. Did they know it was going to happen, or was it just a punt?
I don't know. Yeah, I think everyone. Yeah, whether the club knew or I haven't been told yet. So I think the clubs were informed before you're informed.
Yeah, I think
because it's all right.
Yeah,
because it came.
Yeah, because
that would have been worse if it hadn't come.
Oh, imagine that. And I've got maybe he's trying to. I didn't think of that. I know. I'd have gone in like I'm in the England squad. No, you're not. Oh no, but it was. And then going into the England setup, that was unbelievable. And that was sort of that golden generation, or the back end of it, or in the heat of it, really. And
I'm just looking at the names of your under-21 squad: Joe Hart, Leighton Baines, Gary Cahill, James Milner, Mark Noble, Ashley Young. There would have been more. Yeah. What a generation of footballers.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was good. I mean, that under-21s, even the England, like growing up, like from 15s to sort of 21s, unbelievable. And then the under-21s got the chance to be the first player that scored in New Wembley, didn't I? So, which was in the England under-21s, and then to go out, I pulled out the 21s. Was that with? Well, I got booed on my debut actually for England because I pulled out the under-21s tournament. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, so that was. Yeah.
I love how you laugh about that.
Stuart Pearce threw me under the bus, but yeah. So I played 60 games that year for, I think, something like that. And Hughes told me, "You ain't going to this England under-20s." Played in the England B. Then we played Brazil and somebody else at Wembley. And then they wanted me to go to the tournament. But then Blackburn, so that was finishing June, let's say 10th. They wanted me to go to the tournament that was starting, the under-21 tournament. But then Blackburn, we were in the Intertoto Cup, which was starting on the 26th. Hughes like, "You ain't going." Yeah. Ring him up now and tell him you ain't going. Rang him up, said, "Stuart, I've had 60-game season. I've obviously been away with the England camp. I feel like it's better to give someone else an opportunity to play rather than me." Said my head won't be fully there because I've got a really big season. I want to push on next season. You know what I mean? And he went straight out and
impressed. Did it
back of the sun, news of the world. David Bentley lets his country
refuses
down.
To play.
But you were
country.
put up to it.
I was put up to it, yeah. And then you're thrown under the bus, and then you don't. What were you going to do? Like, I can't say it was my manager who pulled me out. You can say that. But then, so then you're put in that position, and then it went on to Talk Sport. And Carol was on there. I rung in.
Did you?
I was at my granddad's out in Spain, bless him, over there, shacked up, German bird, loves it. But he's over there. Oh, he's having a field day. Go on, son. But then, so. Remember, it was on Sky. No, remember, TalkSport was on Sky, the old Sky. Everyone's ringing me going, "You're getting mugged off here. Like, how you let your country down and all this." I'm going, "What?" Boom. Because our Bungalow Hall, he'd pulled out. Yeah. But he'd gone to Dubai. He didn't even ring. He didn't even ring PSC. He just like, got off Sky. And then suddenly I'm getting pelted.
So can the club pull you out? You were just courteous and called him direct?
Yeah. Yeah,
I thought he was doing the right thing.
Yeah, like I said, well...
So Gabby didn't even call?
I don't think so, no. I thrown Gabby under the bus there. Sorry, Gabby, son, I love you. but it was that moment. But we were both featured. We were
And you
main people in our
Sport?
team. Like, it was like...
And you phoned them up, Talk Sport?
Yeah. Going,
on the show?
Yeah, I was going, what are you talking about? Hey, let me come down for the 60-game season. I didn't throw... I kept the Hughesy bit and the club. The club are going, you ain't going. Like, our chairman, everyone's ringing me. You ain't going. It's under 21s. You know what I mean? We got big push. We've got Europe next year.
Did anyone sort of...
No one backed me up.
I agree with
none
you.
None of them backed me up. Just left
you to it.
Just like that, get on with it. So then when I went and made my debut against Israel, come on for Sean Murray Phillips, I got booed. Debut. I went like that. They're probably looking, going, oh, look at him, arrogant, like all that. You're like, mate, I've just been thrown under the bus. It's out of order, isn't it? I just laugh, you know what I mean? Just laugh it off. Like that at Wembley, hold up a minute. But yeah, no, I didn't really bother. Things like that don't bother me, you know what I mean? He cane me all day long. I ain't been offended since I was about 6 years old. You can't offend me. Look.
Impossible.
It's, like, it's one of them.
Go on, tell us about the World Cup in the summer. Got a chance?
I think we've got a chance. We've got the players. When you look around the world, teams ain't that good They're not as good anymore as they used to be.
Better structured though, no?
Less individual sort of brilliance that can win football matches. There's no individual standouts. When you look back, maybe Mbappe, he's playing well at Real Madrid. Maybe France. France got a chance. They got individual players who can make a difference. I think we've got individual players, but even when you look at it now, you know, Bellingham is not. He's not really
just
done
his AMI as well, isn't he? He's done his AMI the weekend.
You've got your boy at Villa. He's unbelievable. What a player he is. But again, is he enough to win the World Cup? I don't know. And then you got Kane.
Collectively, they're good enough to win it, no?
Yeah, we can win it. Yeah, but it's just about how he structures it and how he plays, and how we go out there. Because you're looking at it. Where I'm trying to get to is that you got Cole Palmer. Yeah. He's not really sort of playing well, and then you got a lot of players. Phil Foden. He's not really played well for England, but what an unbelievable talent. And you go around, like, we've got unbelievable players.
You need someone to catch fire in the tournament.
You need somebody
like when Rooney did back in the day.
Yeah. You know, you're going into the tournament, you're going,
or Michael
who's
Owen.
going to win it?
Yeah, you
Michael
think
Owen
Harry
did.
would, though,
Yeah.
That's
what
I mean, I know
but,
they didn't win it, but they really caught fire in those tournaments.
Yeah, when you look at past teams that won it collectively, the individual brilliance in the end will win it for you. Good team takes you all the way, but you need that sort of individual to, even for Wales, like having Bale, you know, when you went on. He went on when, was that Euros or the World Cup? Yeah, it was unbelievable. Even I
didn't want to
remember
mention
watching
it, but Euros 2016.
Yes, go on.
Go on, the boys.
But you know, to have him there with you, it creates that sort of different sort of energy that you can go on and potentially sort of win it. But yeah, looking around the world, we're probably favourites, I think. 100%. Come on, England. I want us to win. You know, we all want us to win.
But
what we do.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you don't. Yeah. Oh, not even looking at you now. Dirty.
Just on the back of the England one, story I don't know if you spoke about it, with Capello, and Jimmy Bullard in the squad. That must have been brutal for him.
Yeah. Jim, he loved it, then he built a career off it, didn't he? He's dining out on it. He's doing all right now, golfer. But yeah, me and Jim together at England and then coming into Capello. And he couldn't speak English, could he? 9 mil a year, and he can't speak English. Thinking, hold up a minute. His villa was near mine. It's called Fabiano.
Oh, really?
Fabiano, or whatever name in Marbella, yeah. Loves it. But we were in there, he's like, looks like Postman Pat, doesn't he? He's a double, he's a ringer. Like, you get it up, his face, and get a picture now, like next to my head. Like that. And then Jim said it in the meeting. He said, he looks like Postman Pat. He said, yeah.
What, just you two having a little whisper?
Yeah. And I'm going, he's a double, isn't he? Look, Postman Pat, where's your black and white cat? And then it lasted 2 weeks.
Was it just you and Jimmy on it?
Yeah. I'd go and then I'd just get carried away because I got so excited about it. I thought it was the funniest thing in the world. Every time I spoke to him, I'd go, Postman Pat, where's your black and white cat? And he wouldn't know. He'd go, yeah, cat. Oh, yes. It's like Manuel, isn't it? 40 Towers taking over England. But he had some funny ways. Captain had to sit down first before everyone else could eat. You weren't allowed ketchup, you weren't allowed to, you're only allowed to leave the table when the captain left the table. It was just like for English lads. Yeah. It ain't part of our culture. And it just lost the. Was
there something about the golf as well? You were saying at the Grove at the time.
Yeah, great.
Wouldn't let the boys play golf.
No, and then you had to, I think it was 10:30 curfew.
Oh, was it?
Mate, I don't go to bed. I mean, I struggle. I've got insomnia anyway. I like to be up until sort of 1 o'clock and then sleep 6 hours slot. You're like, I like to be up Not having coffee. I can't have coffee. Hey.
6 hours lot. 6 hours
God
lot.
forbid for those England boys who Ben's had a coffee.
Something along It's only a simulation anyway.
Oh, brilliant.
There we go. Yeah. Right, there we have it.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time, mate.
No problem. Enjoyed it.
Thoroughly enjoyed that. Ben, thank you very much for joining us today.
Cheers, man.
That was Clutch 9, powered by Betway.